3, 2, 1.
Hi everyone, I am Laura Marida and today I'm going to show you all about a journal that we have found related to the technology used in the paddy farm mechanization. So this journal is about a research that has been conducted by the Bangladesh Agricultural University with the main purpose is to evaluate the performance of three different type of power operated reapers for harvesting rice in the farmers field in Bangladesh. So before that, I'm gonna show you all some short video on how the power operated reapers look like. So now we already have a basic figure on how the power operated reapers looks like, and let us look into picture maps in detail. As we all know, Bangladesh is an agriculture-based country and its most of the people earn their livelihoods from farming and agriculture-related activities. In 2016, the total population of Bangladesh is around 159.9 million. Based on UN World Population Prospect 2012, the population of Bangladesh is still growing and is expected to reach 200 million by 2050. Thus, this will cause the amount of cultivable land per capita is decreasing due to various non-agricultural activities such as increased industrialization and also urbanization. Rice is the main staple crop of Bangladesh, which covered around 76% of total crop area and 95% of cereals production in Bangladesh. Apart of that, Bangladesh is the fourth largest rice producing country in the world due to the use of high-yielding varieties and modern rice production technology instead of local variety and traditional production technology. In year 2015, Bangladesh is producing around 74.86 metric ton of paddy to feed the growing population. Rice production of Bangladesh needs to be increased to feed the growing population of the country with a limited land resource by reducing post-harvest loss in every stage of production. Most of the farmers in Bangladesh, they are still use traditional method to harvest their crop. As a result, the excessive loss occurs because of the use of traditional ways, and at the same time, it also will delay the process of harvesting their crop. So this post-harvest loss occurs at every stage of rice production supply chain, which is including the process of harvesting, threshing and cleaning, and also the process of drying, storage, milling, until it reaches to the consumer level. As for traditional processing, the post-harvest loss occurs during the process of cutting and handling, which consists from 1 to 5% loss, As for sun drying, it consists from 3 to 5% loss. And for open storage, it consists from 5 to 10% loss, and the highest post-harvest loss is during the village milling, which consists from 20 to 30% loss. Whereas in modern processing, mostly loss occurs in combined harvesting and machine harvesting, which consists from 1 to 5% loss. As for mechanical drying, it consists 1 to 2% loss. Silk storage from 1 to 2% loss, and commercial milling from 5 to 10% loss. As you can see from the table, the post-harvest loss of rice in Bangladesh is about 14%, where it occurs during the process of cutting, which consists from 1.06 to 6.5% loss. As for handling and transport, the loss consists from 0.63 to 6% loss. And as for threshing, it consists from 1.5 to 2% loss. For drying, the loss is from 1.56 to 5%. And as for storage, the loss consists from 3.05 to 7.5%. Other than that, harvesting is one of the major labor-intensive works in rice cultivation. Thus, appropriate harvesting machinery is urgently needed to reduce the labor and production costs. The production cost of rice become high due to the shortage of labor and also due to the increasing rate of wage during harvesting time. Therefore, it is essential to introduce the mechanical harvester with a simple operating system such as the techno-economical machinery like the Korean self-propelled reaper, the China self-propelled reaper, and the BRRI reaper to harvest paddy in both wet and dry land condition. So, for overall, the objective of this study were to compare performance between these three types reapers, and also to identify the field constraint and problem in Bangladesh condition, which is located at the Mitapukur of Rangpur, Bangladesh, during the Aman season in year 2003. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, I'm Siti binti Yusuf. Now I will present on how to solve the problem that occurs in rice cultivation of the farmers in Bangladesh on harvesting their crop. In order to solve the problem, the experiment was conducted 3 different types of reapers, which 2 evaluated the performance of the reapers. The 3 types of reapers are: the first one is Korean reaper, the second one is China reapers, and the third one is BRI reaper. The difference between these reapers can be seen by its technical specification. As you can see from the table, we can differentiate between 3 reapers by the item given. From the table, there are some that can be highlighted, which is compare the 3 reapers. The first is the types of engine. Korean reapers use petrol engine, while the China reaper and BRI reaper use diesel engine. Second is the fuel that used to cover the land in 1 hectare. From the table, BRI reapers need more fuel, which is 1.25 per hectare, while the Korean reapers second higher, which is 0.8 per hectare, and the China reaper only 0.5 per hectare. As we can see the comparison, the China Reaper can give low cost on fuel. The third comparison of the three Reapers is the weight of the Reapers without the engine. The China Reaper is lighter than the Korean Reapers and the BRI Reapers. The fourth item that can compare the three Reapers are the crop release. Crop release meaning that where the crop will be delivered after harvesting. From the picture, the BRI Reaper will release the crop on the left side, whereby the China Reapers and the Korean Reaper release the crop on the right side of the machine. So, the position of the Reaper when doing the harvesting process should be contrast for the BRI Reaper. Other comparison can be seen on the table given. Besides that, the manual harvesting also done for the cost comparison. The harvesting was done manually by using sickle. So, to know the efficiency between the three reapers and the manual harvesting, the data was being collected which will be measured by following formulas. The data will measure are: the first one is theoretical field capacity, the second one is actual field capacity, the third one is field efficiency, fourth is harvesting loss, fifth is fuel consumption, sixth is crop delivery, and the seventh is break-even analysis of different types of reaper. This is formulas used to measure the data given. The result can be seen after all data complete.
In terms of field efficiency, the efficiency for Korean Reaper, China Reaper, and BRRI obtained was 54.5%, 68%, and 55.6% respectively. Field efficiency for China Reaper is significantly higher than BRRI and Korean Reaper. This can be seen from figure above. The field efficiency is varied with wasted time, type, and agronomic characteristic of variety, size, and operator skill. This figure here shows the harvesting loss for each of the machine. The highest loss is from Korean Reaper, followed by China Reaper and BRRI. It shows although the field efficiency is high for each of the machine, but is also high in harvesting loss. When compared to manual labor, only 1.45% was recorded for harvesting loss. This loss may due to the operator skill, harvesting time, and soil condition. This table here shows the operational time, fuel consumption, and cost of operation. The operational time for the machine were lower than manual harvesting. The quickest to finish the task was China Reaper, followed by Korean Reaper and BR. For manual harvesting, it takes longer time at 135 minutes to complete the task. For overall cost of operation, the cheapest is China Reaper, followed by Korean Reaper and BRRI. Despite the machine have to incur the fuel cost, the operation cost is still lower when compared to manual harvesting.
This table here shows the break-even point for different type of reapers. So it shows that the harvesting cost of the reaper will decrease with the increase of annual land use coverage, but in the long term, the cost of harvesting for the machine will be much more economical to farmers when the annual use of land exceeding the amount of land. In a conclusion, the application of machine will reduce the operational cost of harvesting in paddy cultivation. Despite that, it depends on the amount of land coverage. Small land area is not suitable when compared to the large area. Paddy reapers complete the job faster than manual harvesting. Although the harvesting loss is more towards the use of machinery, but it is more lower in overall cost of operating when compared to the manual harvesting. Mechanical harvesting was beneficial in terms of field capacity, cost of harvesting, and human drudgery when compared to the manual harvesting. Thus, it is evident that the reaper could be used successfully for post-harvesting operation with labor saving and elimination of human drudgery.